I see Google is not indexing Web 2.0 and some of the old profile backlinks. What is it? If you're not quite totally in the loop on this, things are getting harder to index. And especially stuff that's basically user-generated content on sites that allow for user-generated content, which means like sites that you can sign up for and make a profile on. Sites that you can sign up for and make a little mini website on a subdomain on, Web 2.0's. Basically, the internet's growing and getting bigger day by day. And a lot of these websites, citation websites, directories, Web 2.0's, profiles, whatever, all this stuff is just flooding the internet with just millions, billions of URLs, right? There's just so much stuff, so much clutter now. And Google, as they should, is saying, okay, well, a lot of this stuff does not need to be indexed. Like, it's just not important. It's not something that anyone ever really wants to find. People don't want to find, they don't care about your site's profile on imagefriendsharer.com or whatever, no one cares about that URL, or searcher doesn't at least. Stuff's getting harder to index. But we talked about this before in another live stream. Just because it's not indexed doesn't necessarily mean Google does not know about it. They're just saying searchers don't need to find this. So if you're doing stuff as far as like pillow linking, which is, basically all the stuff we're talking about, just links that anyone can go and create very easily. We still think these are a very important part of SEO. They keep everything looking normal and natural. Real sites get these, so your site should get them too. I wouldn't stress too much about them not indexing. We still do them, and that's the end of it. We build them, and we're not checking to see if they're indexed or not. It just doesn't matter to us. The stuff that we want to see indexed is, of course, the pages on your own website that you're trying to rank, number one. And then, if you're getting backlinks built, if it's something like a guest post, niche edit, a PBN link, any kind of editorial link, anything like that, you want to see that stuff be indexed. If it's stuff like Web 2.0's and profiles, Web 2.0, I'd kind of want to see indexed, to be honest. But
it depends how many you've got, right?
And it kind of depends what it is,
how much they're being used or what they're being used for.
But as far as profile backlinks, I wouldn't check that at all. Or like citations, wouldn't check. Just a bunch of the user generated stuff. I wouldn't really be caring if it was indexed or not. It'll probably continue to get harder and harder and harder over time for stuff to get indexed, because the internet's just getting bigger and bigger and more cluttered. And so, that's just, I think, the trend that's going to continue.
Yeah, they have to store all this information somewhere, right? Like, and that costs them money, etc. I'll also say this, in comparison to from when I was newer to SEO to now, I worry about force indexing or checking whether everything was indexed, etc. Even as far as like pillow links go, I don't check for indexation on anything anymore. I'm literally putting the orders in and I'm moving through. Now, not everybody has that networker budget and ability to do that. However, typically the more you do that, the more you're going to be able to focus on the macro picture of your campaign versus stressing out over things that ultimately should be sidelined and don't matter as much as, somebody might think they should. So just my advice is to try and keep a macro picture on what your campaign's about. But of course, if you're ordering a niche edit or a guest post or something like that, you'd want to see it indexed, right? And pillow links, on the other hand, Web 2.0's, social profiles, etc., a bit more topsy-turvy.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Be sure to check the description below for links to our blog for more info on this topic, along with a bunch of other cool stuff like case studies, our Facebook community, and our link building services. And like always, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell if you enjoyed the video. Thanks and happy ranking.